It was David and Goliath at Port Arthur Stadium when Team USA hosted Team Canada. Just one inning in, and the Americans jumped to an early 2-0 lead. First, it was Tristan Casas notching one of his 5 RBIs on the night with a single. Then Alec Thomas bringing in Carter Young on the short hopper. But Canada got right back into it the next inning. Jason Willow singled, then Victor Cerny laid down a huge double to put 2 in scoring position. He's fired up. Next batter, Denzel Clark at the plate, but Kumar Rocker can't find the zone, and Jason Willow in to score on the wild pitch. It's 2-1. Now after Clark stole third, Lucas Parente sends one to shallow center. Clark goes to throw to the plate just in time. Anthony McNair-Siegler, a fantastic diving play to keep the U.S. ahead by 1. Now in the third, Tristan Casas at it again, this time a solo shot over the wall in center. That made it 3-1. Now 4-1 in the 7th, Cade Smith in to pitch for Canada. And after walking the first 2, he gives up a single to Thomas, and McNair-Siegler is in to score. It's 5-1. Top of 8, after Noah Naylor doubled, a wild pitch sent him to third. Then Archer Brookman follows it up with a double of his own. That makes it 5-2. Then another wild pitch brings Brookman to third. He eventually scored. That made it 5-3. Unfortunately, the comeback wasn't meant to be. Bottom of 8, Anthony Ciani skies one to the corner and left. Lucas Parente there, but he can't make the catch. That's good for a triple. Then after Smith walked 2, Tristan Casas, he sends this one way deep. His double off the wall clears the bases. That makes it 8-3, and that's where this one ends. Canada falls to 1-2 in the Super Round. They take on Japan next. Colton Prale, TBT Sports. An early 2-0 lead proved vital in Canada's 6-4 win over Team Japan in a pivotal game of the Super Round. Japan quickly clawed their way back into the game with an RBI single in the second, and then after both teams exchanged runs in the 5th, highlighted by a solo bomb from Kotaro Kiyomiya, the man known as Japanese Babe Ruth. From there, Japan piled on 2 more in the 6th to tie things up, but Archer Brooksman kicked off the comeback with an RBI double. Noah Naylor an acrobatic dive at the plate.
Yeah, well, for sure. Going up early is always it's always nice, but when we go down, we're a team. We never quit. We're always resilient, and we knew we could come back. We knew we could play with these guys. No matter, we could play with anyone in this tournament. We knew, so we never quit. We always just battled, and caught a few good bounces here and there, and we came away with a victory.
That was the beginning of the end for Japan. Canada piled on 3 runs in the 7th to take a 6-4 lead. That score held on until the end. Canada upsets the top seed in the tournament and guarantees themselves a spot in the medal round.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great feeling. It's a resilient bunch, and they've stayed together, they've battled, we've had some ups and downs, but to beat a team like that, obviously, and around 5 errors, you got to do some good things around those 5 errors to do it.
The win was highlighted by yet another impressive performance from pitcher Harley Golaire. The Toronto product went 3 perfect innings, striking out 2 for the save.
I personally, for me, growing up, I live for the pressure. This is what I've worked for since I was a young boy. So, I mean, coming out here doing this is what it was all about. All the preparation was for this. I'm just happy I get in there and really, show what I can do.
Canada takes on Cuba next. A win combined with a Japanese victory over Korea could see them in the gold medal game. Colton Prale, TBT Sports. The return of international baseball has been the talk of the town. Games are packed, and Thunder Bay has been out in full force to support the Under-18 World Cup of Baseball. Among those fans is Sis Angus. The 99-year-old baseball fan has been enthralled by the tournament. She says it's unlike anything she's ever seen before.
I think, wow, this is special, for Thunder Bay. It's all the different nationalities, all the different people. It's super.
Baseball is something that's always been important to Sis, and there was once a time where she too took to the diamond.
Well, of course, being a pitcher, I love to watch the pitchers. I'm very keen on seeing them, and I think they're exceptional.
Well, there's been a wealth of pitchers to marvel at over the course of the tournament. Stars like Kumar Rocker, Soma Tukuyama, and Landon Leach, to name a few. The 12-team tournament has drawn players and fans from 6 different continents across the globe, and the resulting talent pool is something to behold.
For me, because I can see them now, and they point out one to me that is Babe Ruth of the Japanese team. Wow, I can't see him.
That's Kotaro Kiyomiya. The 18-year-old Japanese first baseman has already won the Little League World Series and holds Japan's all-time record for home runs by a high schooler. All in all, the tournament offers a chance to see some of the best players the world has to offer before they reach the height of their stardom. It's something Thunder Bay doesn't usually see, and something Sis hopes we won't take for granted.
Compared to a small city like Thunder Bay, I think it's one of the top things for a city like this to put a show on like this and do as well as they're doing.
Well, this may be the last time the tournament is here in Thunder Bay. In the 7 years since it was here last, it's grown exponentially, and there are rumors of a partnership with Major League Baseball down the line. The result may mean a transition to bigger cities and professional ballparks. But while it's here, we should enjoy it. Colton Prail, TBT Sports. It wasn't the end anyone was hoping for. The plucky Canadians, ranked 10th, had beaten the odds to make their way to a medal game. But in the end, they fell short against one of baseball's giants. Japan made it look effortless as they cruised to an 8-1 victory. But for Team Canada, just being there was a statement.
Yeah, that's what I said to them after. And we had our backs up against the wall after the second game, and they scratched and clawed and competed and stayed together, and we got right down to the end. So it was, all things considered, proud of them.
Japan got off to an early 4-0 lead in the third inning before piling on another 2 in the next, but it was the work of Ginji Miura that impressed most. He went 7 scoreless innings, fanning 12 batters, allowing a mere 3 hits, and walking just 1.
Yeah, he was good. I mean, location was great, command of pitches was outstanding, and you get behind early, and they have a guy like that on the mound. It's tough to generate much momentum.
For Team Canada, it's an unfortunate end to many of their junior careers. 13 players are aging out of the program, but their final tournament is something to be proud of.
When you're sitting there in the moment, it's not the gold medal, the silver medal, the bronze, but to be 4th in the world, you've done something right.
It was a great time. I thought we competed very well. Obviously, it was a tough competition at the other side of the field, but we belong in here with them, and we competed our butts off, and we had a fun time doing it.
Noah Naylor was arguably the team's best player all tournament long, and the 17-year-old from Mississauga will undoubtedly be back next year, with his sights set on a medal. For now, being a member of the 4th best nation in baseball is more than enough.
Well, it's an amazing feeling, to know that you're a top 4 nation in the world. I'm very honored to wear Canada across my chest, and every opportunity that I've gotten with this team, I'm very thankful to have had.
Although they may have fallen just short, these rising stars have shown that the future of Canadian baseball is bright. Colton Prail, TBT Sports.
For a 4th consecutive time, the United States are World Cup champions. Sunday's finale against Korea played out like most of the other U.S. games this tournament. It was a bludgeoning. After the American offense came to life with a 3-run third, slugger Tristan Casas removed all doubt just 1 inning later, pounding a 2-run home run that made it 7-0 en route to an 8-0 victory. For Casas, it capped off an MVP performance over these past 10 days.
Always feels great to be able to hit a home run, but especially in a game like this, it makes it a little more special. To be honest, in that at bat, I was just trying to, stay simple and hit a ground ball up the middle, especially off a submarine pitcher like that. And I was able to catch that ball and catch some barrel and get it out of the yard.
Starting pitcher Matthew Liberator gave up just 4 hits over 6 shutout innings in this one, pitching extremely effectively in front of typical stellar U.S. defense.
I'd kind of been visualizing this moment, and so when I got the call to pitch in this game, I was super excited, but I was also ready for it, and I wanted the ball, I think more than anyone else, and I felt like I went out there and gave my team the best shot to win.
Our pitching staff was so strong, and we knew coming in that was going to be our strength, and it proved to be true. Our starters did such a great job. Our bullpen was always strong and healthy and ready to go. And I think that was the difference as we got into the super round, as we got into the gold medal round, is our pen was looking for innings to work.
The Americans simply dominated the competition all tournament long, outscoring their opponents by an astounding 61-5 margin over 9 games. It's a statistic that even left the manager in disbelief.
Wow, that's nuts. Yeah, this is a World Cup, and so you can't foresee that. We just put the best 20-man team together and came here hoping to play good baseball and stress that along the way. And it's just great to see guys wanting to play for the national team now, and it's important to them to put this jersey on their chest and represent the United States of America.
It's something that I can't even describe right now. This is all going to be so surreal. I don't even know if I'll remember it in the morning. But I'm just going to enjoy every moment of this, and wearing this around my neck is something that I'll never take lightly.
It's pretty special, pretty surreal. It kind of feels like I'm floating right now.
Baseball fans from across the globe had their eyes trained on Thunder Bay over the last 10 days for the Under-18 Baseball World Cup. Millions of people, mainly in Japan, were watching on TV and online, and nearly 50,000 people turned out to all of the games at Baseball Central and Port Arthur Stadium. The tournament wrapped up last night with the United States beating Korea in the gold medal game. With more on how it all went, here's Ryan Benazzo.
After some slow attendance numbers to start due to rainy weather and early Team Canada struggles, well over 4,000 fans packed Port Arthur Stadium to watch the United States win a 4th consecutive World Cup on Sunday evening.
Really happy just to see these stands filled. Even without Team Canada involved is really overwhelming for our board of directors. We're just thrilled to see the center field bleachers filled, 600 seats there, and most every seat in the house is filled, and people peeking through the fence to try to get a view of this fantastic action.
Filt notes the crowds got on board once Canada started winning.
The buzz was filtering through the community, and then people were seeing impressions on TV and the YouTube channel that we didn't really want to talk too much about, but Thunder Bay's really been showcased in such a positive way globally. So yeah, our board is just thrilled with what's gone on here.
Known as the city with the giant heart, one visiting team official believes the moniker is well earned.
It's the first time ever that I go out of my country and I get this type of hospitality.
The South African and Cuban teams, which don't receive nearly as much funding as some of the other national squads, each had large amounts of equipment donated to them. There were also bins set up outside the stadiums for fans to donate baseball gloves to Team Cuba and Nicaragua.
That was just some of the things that we didn't expect to get here.
And though South Africa didn't win any games, Spielman says the players learned a lot.
I think our kids are going from here with a lot more knowledge of baseball. How to play in situations.
Whether the club will ever get to put that knowledge to use in Thunder Bay again isn't clear. It's been suggested that the World Cup has grown too big for the city to host again in the future. Philp, however, hasn't closed the door on another bid, saying simply, stay tuned. Ryan Benazzo, TBT News.